Welcome to the Salvage Studio. I'm Beth Evans-Ramos. This is Amy Duncan and Lisa Hildebrand. We began our creative endeavor 3 years ago with our mutual lust for rust. We rescue good junk and repurpose it into fun and functional home and garden decor. I love lamps. The older, the better. The ones that are vintage and sturdy and filled with all kinds of character, I'll have rewired and they can continue on as lamps. But oftentimes they have all kinds of issues, and it's just plain fun to repurpose them into, say, a bird bath or a candelabra or even a fountain for your garden. Today I'm going to show you how to deconstruct a lamp and fashion it into a bird bath. I've taken apart lots of lamps in my junking career. I save every single piece because they're just so darn interesting and they don't take up that much room. You can imagine this piece as a candle holder. This one could go on top of a garden stake, crystals dripping down, little votive inside. Variety of colors and finishes. The small pieces I organize in a toolbox, so I've got like all my sprocket washers in one cubby, the spacers in another. It's just nice when you don't have to go to the store. That's sort of one of my fun things, is I just hate to go to the hardware store. I'd rather go out to the garage. It's easy to find these brass lamps. They are at most thrift stores. The price is right, and they're nice and sturdy. The first thing I usually do is remove the cord, and that's simple. It's unplugged from the wall, and you cut it off just with a pair of wire cutters. Next thing you'll do is remove the harp. There's usually these two little dealers that just get scooched up, and then this just presses in and off it comes. I've been saving those. They don't take up much room either, and I still haven't found a brilliant way to use them, but it'll come to me someday, I know, when I'm drying my hair. To remove the socket, usually this part just unscrews, and a lot of times this will lift off. In older lamps, there is a screw inside, so it's always good to peek first, see if you need to undo that little screw. This comes off, you pull out the cord. Next part is this will be unscrewed from the threaded rod that runs the length of the lamp. I did a little pre-loosening yesterday, and this one was on really tight. So to solve that, turn your lamp over, use a pair of pliers, hold your nut, and then that'll give you great traction so you can loosen the top part. It will unscrew off, and you are ready to go. So this lifts off, and then I'd probably remove this part because it's just too bright and shiny. I'm going to use this lamp to make our bird bath. This one's been out in my garden for a few years, and I decided to bring it in, do a little autopsy, see how it was holding up. This is a ceiling light fixture, and what I like about them is the hole is already there. Now, if you were just to put that on top of the exposed rod, it would look kind of silly, and it would really be hard to make it secure because the threads don't go all the way down. So I've learned that if I put a few little spacers in there, it just makes it prettier, puts it in the right position, and then if you add a little doodad, oh, it just gets better and better. This one I've been saving for a special day, which means probably I'll skim this off the top and keep it for my own stash. Had little holes in it, but it'd be easy enough to go get one of your lamp pieces, add some holes, and of course everything is better with crystals, and these just attach right on there pretty simply, and they are just sturdy as can be. Now, before you go any further, you need to seal it so it is watertight. I like using bathroom silicone. I figure if it's, safe enough for our bathtubs, I hope it's a little bit safer for the birds instead of using some of our other glues that are sturdy but kind of toxic, I think. The rod is hollow, so you're just going to take a little piece of plastic wrap, stuff it down with a chopstick, and then put a little more silicone around your edges where the glass touches the threaded rod. Top it off with a washer. We'll just pull that out for right now. Little finial, and you are set. Now, I would let the glue dry for about 3 days, let it cure, set up really well, before you fill it with water and take it out for the birds. And then I would bring it in before it freezes. We live in the Northwest, and in our climate, it freezes at night, thaws during the day, and that is really hard on pottery and glass. And then when it is inside, clean it up really well with vinegar. You could fill the top with leaves and pumpkins in the fall. You could put Christmas ornaments in it. And then by spring, it's ready to go back outside. For additional information on the projects you've seen in this video, pick up a copy of the Salvage Studio, Sustainable Home Comforts to Organize, Entertain, and Inspire, at your local bookseller or log on to www.thesalvagestudio.com.